Hi, it's me again, and you are right on time for the newest episode of the ChrissieCast live from the compound. And weirdly, my guest, the luminous Whelan Browne, has been waiting next to my herb patch since she was last here a month ago. I think it has something to do with having a 3-year-old at home. I totally relate. Speaking of relating, see how you feel about us discussing honesty in parenting and the shortcuts we can and can't take in the current cost of living crisis. Hint, I am better at it than Christie is. Also, Christie's mum Shirley makes an encore appearance, much to my delight and yours. ChrissieCasters, wrap your arms and ears around my friend, Whelan Browne. She's back, CWB.
Hey, baby. Welcome back, baby.
First things first, you just asked me about my hair. What was your question?
I said, do you have to dye your roots?
Yes, I have to dye my roots every 3 weeks because I'm grey and I really want to be one of those people that doesn't dye their hair, but I'm not ready for it.
No, you're not ready. I think it's a very bold move, but like I'm in this phase where it's starting to go grey and the grey ones just poke straight up into the sky and they're like hard wire. And they're like, I'm here and I'm grey.
I'm here, absolutely. You know, I used to go to a hairdresser to get it done because I'm hopeless with anything hair-related, always have been. Like to curl your hair with the GHDs, I'm like burning my face and turning myself inside out in front of the mirror. It's just not for me, so I've never done anything. But cost of living crisis,
Yeah.
I cannot go to a hairdresser every 3 weeks for $150. I just can't do it. So
what are you doing?
I have bought the little plastic pot and the brush and I've got a special dyeing nightie that I wear because, you know, I get stuff all over me.
Yeah.
And I do it myself.
Well, you're very good at it.
Thank you. It's not bad.
No, it's very good.
Yeah. And this costs me, I think I worked it out to be $4.20.
You are really tackling that cost of living crisis.
Thank
taking it by
you.
the balls.
That's why I'm making my own bread as well. Because my daughter has a penchant for bread that costs $9.80 a loaf.
But see, I'm the perfect person to just be destroyed by the cost of living because I'm so lazy. I'd rather pay the $9. For me, it's worth it than to try and learn how to bake bread.
You've come into my home. You are currently in the compound. You've seen me making my own bread. Do you know how much that loaf of bread will cost me end to end? $1.40.
Have you worked that out?
Yes, I have.
$4.20 for the hair and $1.40 for the bread.
Yeah, I've got lots of little like calculations. Do you remember back in the olden days, this might be before your time, when you used to get your ham and stuff from the supermarket, on it was $1.44, $1.77. It would come home from the supermarket with like a little calculation.
Yeah.
On
Added up on it.
They are all over my house because I like to know where I'm saving money.
Okay.
Like I have worked out a way to get 4 meals out of 2 chicken breasts.
Okay. I don't even know where to begin. I had no idea this side of your personality, but
Yeah.
it's
a new side.
I do sums all the time. The same sums on paper like that every day.
Do you?
Yep.
What would have been the most recent one?
Like credit card, and then the money coming in. Even though I know it in my brain, I need it written down.
Do you put all sorts of bits and bobs into your phone diary? Like if I lost my phone, prepare my eulogy. 'Cause I can't survive a day. I check the same day's schedule 8 times.
Me too. I like to know where I'm going to be and what's next. I don't like any surprises.
Were you always like that? My daughter's been like that ever since she was born.
Yeah, I think that's why I never really drank much. I never took drugs because I don't like surprise feelings or like I just like to know what's going to happen. Maybe that's why I just rewatch the same TV shows because I know Ross and Rachel will eventually end up together.
What are some of your favourite TV shows? What can you sit and watch over and over and over?
The American Office.
The American Office.
Yeah. Have you ever watched it?
I have tried actually 3 times, which is, I'm going to say that's a valiant effort.
Yeah.
But I love the English Office.
I mean, they're two completely different things. But for me, Steve Carell's performance in that is the height of a comedic performance because he also makes us cry. He makes us cry with laughter and sadness and like he's everything to me.
He's everything to you.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
No, I would die.
Would you? I've been to a movie opening in the same cinema as him. Of course, I could never even approach Steve Carell, but I have seen him IRL. I think it was that silly spy movie with Anne Hathaway.
I didn't see that one. I don't know why Anne Hathaway just doesn't do it for me. She should. For every reason she should, but she doesn't.
She was recently called insufferable by Island Baldwin because she was trying to calm down allegedly hordes of fans trying to get her autograph. And there's this, footage of her going, I'm going to get to you, everybody. Just breathe. It's okay. And then the camera pans to who she's talking to. And
it's 3 people.
It's about 8 overweight men from Wisconsin called Kevin. Cameras around their necks.
I think it's that she takes herself too seriously. I don't like that in a person.
I don't either. Ernest gives me the ick a little bit.
It's an American sort of vibe, isn't it? No offence to any Americans listening, but Aussies are very much against that sort of when we don't like to pretend or think we've gotten too big for our boots or that we think we're amazing. It's just not Aussies find that ugly, I think.
Yeah.
I think they like to know that Chrissie Swan, even in her compound, she's doing a $4.20 hair dye every 3 weeks.
I really enjoy it. I really do.
Is there anything you don't enjoy? Like you seem to find joy in most things. What doesn't bring you any joy? She's stumped. Everything. What if I said to you right now, can you come with me to such? You'd be like, no.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that don't bring me joy, so I just don't do them.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Like I don't like leaving the house much.
Me either.
Nothing brings me more joy than being at home.
Same.
I love it.
And that's why, I mean, it's controversial because it was such a hard time for so many people, but I didn't have a child during the lockdowns. The lockdowns were one of the highlights of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did not do well. But I was homeschooling.
Yeah. Anyone with children.
It was awful.
It was just me and my husband.
That's nice.
We were thrilled. We would have a drinky Negroni at 5 every night. We'd have a beautiful meal because he's an amazing cook.
Your husband really loves you, I think.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you feel that?
Yeah, he must. He must to have stuck by me. Yeah, we're born on the same day. We clash a lot. We're both actors, both Leos actors, which equals ego. Plus I'm stubborn, as we've learned. I think it could be a disaster, but for some reason it really works.
When you say you clash, what does that mean? What does that look like?
Well, he is very specific in how he wants to live. You know, he likes things clean, but we have a 3-year-old. To keep life clean with the 3-year-old around means cleaning
Forget about
all the
it.
time. And he likes, I'm the person who puts things wrong in the dishwasher, wrong back in the drawers. So then when you try and open the drawer again, it won't open because something's sticking out. I think I would be a nightmare to live with. For a year, I didn't put my things away. I just threw them into my walk-in wardrobe and shut the door. And it got to the point where I would have to open it a crack and throw it in. I'm not dirty, but I got messy for a while. And he found it really hard to live with. Plus parenting, we clash in how we parent sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. He's 1 hour of TV a day is the limit and no more sugar. Sugar is not good for him. So I'm sneaking Duke an Easter egg out of the fridge. And the first thing he'll do is run straight to Ro. I say, don't tell Daddy. And he'll say, Mama gave me an Easter egg. It dobs me in every time. Yeah. That's really the extent of our clashing.
Next time you do something that annoys him, tell him this story. Say, You think I'm bad. Imagine if you had to live with Chrissy Swan. She told me that she sometimes, not all the time, sometimes loses the will to live mid-dishwasher unpack and has been known to just grab the knife and fork, cutlery basket, open the drawer and go, tip it in, close the door. And then, because in my mind I'm like, oh, why am I sorting them all out? They're just about to be used in another 5 minutes and then back in there. Sort it out.
That is and I would not have thought that of you.
Yeah. Oh, I lose interest in stuff very quickly. Yeah.
Me too.
Particularly boring stuff. I'm a person. I don't want to unpack the dishwasher all the time.
But he's the sort of person who would follow a recipe to the letter.
Oh, my God. I've never followed a recipe in my life.
No. I'll have one look at it and go, this chicken, yeah, I've got the gist. And I'll give it my best go. And I'll go, that's fine.
Delicious.
But to him, he's like, that needed to be sautéed a little bit longer, you know.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He's very specific.
I don't think I'm good at relationships, romantic relationships.
They're hard.
Then why do we do them? I think that's my major problem.
Yeah.
Is that if something is too hard, I just think, I probably have more fun doing something that's easy.
And you're asking me what's the justification for it. I don't really know, like this is what we're told to do. Find a mate and make a life with them, make a baby with them no matter how hard and carry on. But again, like for Rowan to really see me and love me and support me through good, bad and ugly.
You've been through some real shit times.
Yeah.
I don't know how you've done it.
Well, to be honest, like he has sort of kept me alive.
Right.
And so there's a bond. I think that's what it is. There's a bond that I feel my life is stronger, more doable with him by my side. Even though some days I think, get away. Like I found a video I made during lockdown, and the part of it that resonated the most with me was chatting to someone on the phone and being like, I cannot escape him for 5 seconds. He's lurking out there. Fuck off. That was the part that I really felt. Sometimes you just want them to fuck off, but also I don't think I could live without him.
See, I think that there's something wrong with me, because I feel like if I feel that I want someone to go away, then that's it. That's the do you know what I mean? Like, that's the decision. That's not.
But I look at you and I see so much self-love. Like, I see someone who knows who she is, who likes who she is, and is living a life that she wants to live. Like, not everyone has that, Chrissie. That is special. I watch you in your kitchen creating magic for your kids, creating food. Last time I was here, you were making a lasagna for someone at school who was having a hard time. Like, you are doing your own thing, and maybe you don't need to have that. Maybe you are enough. Not everyone feels that way. What do you think about that?
I think you're right.
It's pretty amazing.
But I also think you're right. But then you go, but that's not what I've been told.
And it causes, like, I've got a girlfriend who's pregnant. Not pregnant. I've got a girlfriend who's single and...
Might be pregnant.
No, she's not.
As well? No, okay.
But she's turning 40. It is a problem for other people that she's single. Like, they really need to get to the... Why? Why? You're so amazing. Why aren't you with someone?
But
Why?
that is not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
The fact that you are single, you can also be amazing.
Yeah. But she says, I'm fine with who I am. I'm okay with it. It's others who... They were, poor
And I think if you keep on being told that stuff, you start to think, maybe I am wrong. Like 5 people today have probably told her, why are you single? You're so amazing. She's like, well, yeah, but maybe I'm missing it.
Yeah. But I think she's okay with her life, and she'll come over to my place, that it looks like an atomic bomb's gone off. There's food stuck on the floor. It's noisy. My son's playing a guitar and a drum at the same time. She goes home to her pristine apartment. It's quiet. She does whatever she wants. She's probably thinking, this is where it's at. My life is beautiful.
Yeah, so why doesn't everybody feel that way? Why does society tell us that there is a right way to live and the steps that you have to go to and the sort of person you have to be and the house you've got to live in and the partner you've got to have, and why do we do that?
It's just the way it's been forever. And it's hard to shake that. I feel like in the new generation, anything goes, We're probably the last of the ones who think you have to just find a partner and mate and buy a house, and that's success.
What is the obsession with buying a house?
I mean, I get it. To me, that was success. Having a house that was mine, that my place, my four walls, to me.
That's very Australian.
It is. It is so Australian.
Yeah. If you go anywhere else in the world, they're like, what does that matter?
I know.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Yeah. But I guess it's the fear that you can always be kicked out if you're just renting. It's not yours. My place is mine, and they can take a lot from me, but they can't take that,
Yeah, but if you get kicked out of your rental, then you get to have a new beginning. I love moving house.
Oh, my God, moving house is the worst.
It's the best.
When's the last time you did it?
Well, it's initially the worst, but then it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's like, I've got to find somewhere for that little painting that I love, and where am I going to put what colour am I going to – I just love moving.
Were you that kid who used to move their bedroom furniture around all the time?
Last week I just moved all my bedroom furniture, didn't I, Marcel? I moved everything from one side to the other.
And better feng shui?
I love it.
Yeah.
Much better feng shui.
I did mine every week, and I'd call my mum up to the room and be like, Mum, have a look. And she'd say, wow.
And it would take all day.
Me with my desk, moving it at 1 inch.
Yes. Pushing on carpet. God, it was so hard to push wooden furniture on carpet.
Yeah. Moving my Anne Geddes poster from one side of the room to the other.
Which Anne Geddes poster did you have?
I had all of them.
Did the pumpkin? The pumpkin was my favourite.
Yeah, I had the pumpkin and the bunnies. Oh, it was just beautiful.
When you had a baby, Duke, obviously, clap for Dukey. Did you do any of those baby shoots? Where they sort of wrap them up in muslin cloth and no.
No, he had baby acne.
So I think all of mine did.
But it's so funny, isn't it, how things that you struggle with, when you see them in your child, it triggers you. He had the acne, and I was like, I took him to a dermatologist. He was 3 months old, and I was like, he got severe acne. We need to do something immediately. And they were like, he'll grow out of it. And then when
his body is full of your hormones. Again, our fault.
It's my fault.
It's our fault.
But then when he started to lose his hair, they lose their
the fuzz is gone.
Yeah. And Rowan was like, he's bald, So that was
So did you take him to advanced hair? We've got to do something.
We got him a little toupee. No, but yeah, it's the way, isn't it? That it's our own insecurities that we're projecting. Anyway.
Who is Duke more like, you or his dad?
It's so funny that you say that, because Rowan and I actually looked the same as children, so you couldn't say.
That's
we both
interesting.
had little blonde bowl cuts and similar features, so I don't know. He's definitely parts of both of us.
I always think a sign that a couple is going to make it is if they look alike.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've always had this fear that I look like a man when my hair's pulled back. So maybe I do look like him.
Why do you fear that you look like a man with your hair pulled back?
I don't know. I've always hidden behind my hair. I think it's like a Leo thing.
I think it is as well. Did you have a very bad haircut as a child ever?
Many.
I think it's also linked to that because my parents split up when I was like 5 or 6. And I would go and have school holidays with my dad, who was a classic 70s dad, right? So he doesn't know the day-to-day ins and outs of raising a daughter. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know that I need a haircut. How would he bloody know? I'm working.
Ask your mother.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he had to know. So I would go to have school holidays with him and he decided that he would get my hair cut. That's what dads and daughters do. But Adelaide in the 80s was not
chic.
Fashionable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like really backward. Fabulous now. He took me to this haircut place, hairdresser, you know, Kimmy's Cuts and Things. Something like that, you know, that he would have found in the yellow pages. And I'd had the same hair my whole life, long hair. And this Kimmy cut it into like, it looked like the Queen's hair because I've got curly hair. And it was like
a set.
Like a set. Yeah, I was 10 years old.
Kim.
Right. Kimmy's Cuts and Things.
That is cruel.
And I never got over it. So I would have one haircut a year and I watch them like a hawk in the mirror. I'm like, 1 millimetre. Like use a razor blade if you can. I'm absolutely paranoid.
Yeah, I'm the same. And then yet recently I cut all my own hair off in the bathroom.
Well, that's a cry for help. That is are you okay?
No, it's actually menopause. My hair just falling out. So I had like a mullet. I had like the top remained long and the bottom. So I just cut it off. It was as wonky.
Your hair is long.
No, this is fake hair.
Oh, tell me about this. What, you cut?
Look, I'll show you what remains.
Oh, my God, this is like a bitch fight from Dynasty. You're pulling out your own weave. All right, so that is not your hair.
This is me. This is the real me.
I'm exposed.
This is what I've been left with.
So you went like this?
Yep.
Christie, this is alarming.
If you could see what was happening to my poor hair, though. See how there's these two long bits that grow?
Yeah.
This is cruel.
Hair does its own thing. I've had these, see these short bits?
Yeah.
Here.
I've got those.
I've had them since I was 7.
Why aren't you growing?
What do you think? Your hair.
Yeah.
Like, why do you stop there like that?
Why do I have a little bald patch in here where the hairs are only this long?
Why does it do that?
But then there's other people with the most luscious, full heads of hair.
Yes.
I think it must be my insides talking to my hair, saying that we're unhealthy.
What else would your insides say to your hair? What would they say?
We're not okay in here. Send help.
You know, I take 4 tablets a day.
Do you?
At great expense.
What are they?
They're called, I don't even know what they're called. I hit a subscription 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And they still keep coming.
Just arrived.
And I take them and I don't know what they do, but I feel like my hair's all right.
Your skin's very good. That's how we know they're working.
Really?
Something about becoming a parent. Like as of 3 years ago, every time I look in the mirror, I think, who's that? And why is she so tired? I don't think I've slept through the night for 3 years.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
That is absolutely it. And you know, sleep is the most underrated thing in our society. We just don't value it, and that's madness.
Oh, no, I value it. I value it with
no,
everything.
you said that you used to sleep for 12 hours a day. What are you?
When I was on that cruise ship, 18 hours a day. I was barely existing.
How did you do that? I would love to do that. You're like a newborn baby, but full size.
I know. And I would just wake up to eat and then go straight back.
And you were waking up to eat very greasy food so that you wouldn't clog the toilets. Can we hear from your mother again, Christie Whelan Browne? Now, which one would you like? Married to It. I love the colour so much I decided to make it official.
I think that because that's talking about the world we live in. We don't have to just find a partner and mate. This person, Kitten K. Sarah.
This is another article my son has produced. Thank you, Kit. Married to It. I love the colour so much I decided to make it official. I married the colour pink.
What is wrong with people? People have absolutely lost their marbles. Married to a colour, that's utterly ridiculous. Pink has always made me happy. Well, buy a T-shirt, don't marry it. I became a singer in an all-girl band called Pinktastic. Plastics. Barbie core band. I mean, this person's lost their mind.
Hey, that reminds me, Adelaide Cabaret.
Oh, yeah.
Life in Plastic. Let's give it a plug.
Okay.
I didn't even realise. Tell me all about it.
Well, I don't even know that much about it. This is what I know, that it's about a doll
Yeah.
that will remain nameless.
Yeah.
Who has come into the real world and seen the gynecologist, and after that appointment realised that being a woman may not be all it's cracked up to be. But what I want the show to be is just a night where women especially can come and feel the way they felt when they left a particular pink movie that was in the cinemas not long ago.
We can't name names
No.
and we will not.
No.
But I'm going to give a plug to that and where you can get your tickets because, look, there might be a road trip in it for me.
Oh, my God. You could go to Kimmy's.
I could go back to Kimmy's. Go back to Kimmy's. I also just want to quickly, before we go, you are an expert in singing blondes, Brittany. What's going on there? What's your take on Britney Spears? Because I think it's the saddest story of our times and nobody seems to be concerned.
Well, like my cabaret show that is about Britney, it talks about, and it has done for 15 years that we've been doing it, it talks about her being put under conservatorship, the way we all laughed at her breakdown, the things that happened
We're
to
still laughing. Why?
It is devastating. I actually just saw a post of hers before I came in here this morning, and I was like, she's lost it.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the answer? I don't know what the answer is, but I'm just so sad for her. She seemed like the sweetest girl.
I know. It's tragic. You've also done Olivia Newton-John. You're an expert on Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, and Jay, I'm also doing that at the Cabaret Festival too, singing our favourite song. Have to
believe we are magic. What a song.
Oh, another
How does
goddess.
it start? No, it starts the best way.
Come take
My hand.
You should know me.
Oh, God, I love that song. Would you do a cabaret on another famous blonde? Taylor Swift, my queen and saviour.
No.
Christie, Whelan, Browne, thank you so much for your time today. See you in a month.
There is too much pressure with the Swifties.
Shush. Don't want to talk about it. And that's it for another episode of the ChrissieCast live from the compound. Follow us on Insta and Facebook for all the latest. I got a motor though. My sourdough starter is overdue for a feed. And why do I feel like I've just had another baby? Why? I'll see you back here soon for a new killer episode featuring someone interesting from anywhere in the world. I'm biased, but I sure am enjoying myself. Thank you so much for coming over. You're my fave ChrissieCaster of all time.